All right. From not being able to afford college to now being a full-time successful entrepreneur and tax strategist and helping families across America slay their taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, MTL viewers, I have Mr. T.C. Chambers here in the house with me tonight. So excited to have you here, guys. So all I want to say is, you all want to make sure you stay tuned until the end of this exciting interview because Mr. T.C. Chambers is actually going to be giving away something amazing that is going to help every single individual on this live tonight, okay? So for all my MTL viewers, I want to welcome you to this Marsie Talks Live here with Mr. T.C. Chambers. But first, let's shout out some of the viewers. I see Sharice on. Sharice, welcome. Guys, if you are not yet subscribed to the show, make sure you drop an 8 in the comments. Yes, I said it. Drop an 8 in the comments to get subscribed to the show. Don't miss out on any of these live interviews. Also, on YouTube, make sure you hit that big old subscribe button so that you actually do not miss any of the pre-recorded interviews that I do here on Marsie Talks Live. Now, I'm going to bring up Mr. T.C. Chambers himself. I'm excited to have you here. Mr. T.C., welcome. Thank you so much for, being on this interview with me. What's been keeping you busy? Let's talk.
Well, first, I want to thank you. I mean, the energy and the authenticity that you always bring to your audience, to your show, and every platform I've seen you on and followed you on has been amazing. It's consistent, and it's always value added. So I'm just honored to be a part of it. And thank you very much for allowing me to come on here with you.
Absolutely.
So, as you know, we've been behind the scenes, kind of putting our heads together and seeing how we can bring our viewers, our followers, our community, our family more value.
Yes.
And, I'm excited that in this conversation, we'll talk a little bit about, some of the mastermind things that we're going to be doing at a much higher level than I think any of our audience has ever experienced before. I'm super excited about that. So I've been really working a lot on that. The tax course, I've been working a lot on that. And again, bringing more value to put tools in people's hands to help them move the needle in their financial life and their business.
I love that.
Excited that you have the same passion and vision with respect to the importance of mindset.
Yeah.
In all aspects of our life, not just finance and money. We talk a lot about finance and money, but relationships, careers, all those things, mindset plays a very important role in that. So, I'm just really excited. Always open to carve out time to spend time with you and Christina.
Yes.
So I'm excited, the three of us, what we have planned and what we're going to be doing. I'm super excited about that. I mean, I can't even get the smile off my face.
Look, the excitement shows, okay? And that's the biggest thing is you mentioned something very important, and that's value. And I think that bringing value to anybody in any aspect is just key, to really seeing success as an entrepreneur. And so that's a really important thing. I mean, here's my question. I mean, you went from not being able to afford college, okay, to now helping, so many people across America slay their taxes, get more money back, and not, let's just say, let's not overpay in taxes. That's really what that is.
Sure.
What is the biggest misconception, like when it comes to the IRS? Because I feel like a lot of people are scared. Like when you mention IRS and taxes, people get a little, uneasy. So what do you think is the biggest, reason why people are scared when you say the word IRS?
Well, I think with many aspects of our life, it's the same thing across the board. It's consistent across the board. The fear comes from unknown, not knowing where we're going, not knowing what we're getting into. If someone said, hey, we're about to jump on a boat in the Amazon at night, you're thinking mosquitoes, snakes, poisonous frogs, crocodiles, all those things we don't really know much about. So as exciting as initially might be, then fear sets in because of the unknown. The same thing with college. When after my second year of college, I ran out of money. The cost of the school was higher than all my financial aid. So I had no idea what I was going to do. My parents, my family couldn't afford to chip in any more than they already did. And I was afraid. I was afraid that I would not be able to finish school because in my head, that was the stepping stone that I had to, take in order to be successful. So fortunately, one of my mentors from afar, Tony Robbins, he talked about being resourceful. And even before I started listening to him, I realized that's what I did. I had to get resourceful, and I ended up doing ROTC. Went there for a summer job and ended up earning a scholarship, and then that's how I was
Yeah.
able to finish my way through school. And
Wow.
then, so I had a very successful, honorable career in the military. Got to the rank of captain. I was,
Nice.
supply officer, ops officer, company
Wow.
commander, general's aide, all these great things, tracking to have a successful career. But I realized in black and white what general officers make. Well, I
Mm.
wanted to make more than that, and I was a captain. So I
Yeah.
realized that I wouldn't be able to reach my financial objectives staying in the military. So when I decided to get out, my dad was like, "Why are you getting out? If things are going well." I said, "No, Dad, I want to make some serious money, and I'm not going to make it in here." And he goes,
Yeah.
"You better go into sales." And so that's how I got into medical sales, and then ultimately into business. But what to answer that question,
Mm-hmm.
fear is because of a lack of understanding, and in any area of our life, not just about taxes, any area of our life where we find ourselves where we don't, we're frightened and we're intimidated and don't know quite know where to go, then it's a
Mm.
matter of getting more knowledge, more understanding, and that's one of the things we delve into. And first, we have to understand that why mindset is so important is because mindset controls our emotions.
Mm.
And then our emotions controls our actions.
Yep.
So and by having the right actions, you can get the right results. Fear is one of those strongest emotions, and it causes us to take an action, positive action or negative action.
Mm.
So if we get a control or handle on that fear, which is mindset,
Yeah.
and of course some skill sets and some knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
then we're able to direct our course with positive actions to get things done. And taxes is no different. And I think there's two other emotions that one we run to and one we run from.
From.
We
Mm.
run to pleasure, we run from pain. So we
Mm-hmm.
do everything we can to avoid pain, and we run to pleasure. And most people don't understand or don't see a pleasure associated with taxes, they only see a pain.
Yeah.
And so if we get knowledge and tools, we can alleviate that pain. And then our actions will give us positive results. So, I mean, think about this. And I think one of my mistakes I've made in helping teach people about taxes and understand it
Mm-hmm.
is I take for granted what I've been experienced to in the past 20 plus years doing this. Think about if we're teaching somebody how to tie their shoes, and we've taught so many people how to tie their shoes, we forget them to put the shoes on first.
Yeah.
We take for granted that they're going to put the shoes on first before they start learning how to tie them. We tell somebody, okay, crack the eggs, beat them up, put in the salt and pepper, then pour it in the pan, put a little cheese in it. We take for granted they're going to turn the fire on the pan.
Mm.
But if they've never understood that process and never learned that, they wouldn't know. So I have to
Absolutely.
dial it back sometimes to the micro level to make sure everybody understands. Something as simple as this to get people to understand how important this is. You make $15 an hour. Your
Mm-hmm.
first $5 goes to taxes. You work an 8-hour shift. Your first 2 hours and 45 minutes you work for free because that goes to pay the taxes on that shift.
Yeah.
And if we put in that perspective, we're like, well, wait a minute. I got to do something about that.
Mm-hmm.
So when we put it in a different perspective, people understand that it's imperative that they learn how to do something about it, and they do something about it right now. And that's what the course is about giving people the tools so they can do something right now. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a long way of answering that question, but
Yeah.
it's getting knowledge and getting tools, and then you know dialing it back so people understand the fundamentals. And
That's so
again,
interesting.
my mistake again has been I've been doing it for so long, I just take for granted that everyone knows to put their shoes on first before they
Mm-hmm.
start tying them. You know what I mean? So I just gotta dial it back sometimes.
So let me ask you, TC, because obviously you're speaking with a lot of passion and just like motivation. I mean, not only when it comes to personal development, making sure that you're in the right mindset and et cetera,
Right.
but personal finance in a whole, right? Because I mean, you're a tax strategist, so you're helping a lot of families,
Mm-hmm.
not overpaying tax. I mean, people are paying
Yeah.
thousands of dollars more than what they should in taxes. What
Sure.
exactly, was it about personal finance that interested you the most? Like, where did all this passion for personal finance start?
Sure. So, and it's really tax and cash flow strategies.
I love
Because
it.
taxes have a stranglehold on our cash flow. And
Mm-hmm.
once you understand taxes, you release that stranglehold and you get that flow of cash flow that you need. And
Gotcha.
what really opened my eyes to it is back in 95 when I was very fortunate to get the mentor that I have today. And, young bull coming out the gate, all I heard was, here's what you need to do to make the type of money you want. I didn't hear the other things. He
Mm-hmm.
told me them, but I didn't listen. So at the end of my first year of being in business and having my job in medical sales, I made high six figures. Well, it was a rude awakening that first tax season. The IRS ripped me a new one. I had to write a 5-figure check to the IRS
Wow.
because not because they were bad or were vicious and malicious or bad guys. No, because I didn't handle my business as an entrepreneur and take care of my money. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
manage it properly from a tax perspective, even though I was given the information. I just focused on making it. And so many entrepreneurs, especially online entrepreneurs, they see a way to take their financial life to the next level as entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
And they get so focused on the skill sets and the things we need to make money that we don't take care of it. And that was my first mistake. And once I had to write that check, the IRS and tax strategies got my attention forever. And then as part of my business was helping non-entrepreneurs understand the importance of becoming entrepreneurs,
Mm.
and the tax advantage was the first thing I taught them. So the first thing they understood is how do you take care of the money you're already making so you know how to take care of the money you're about to make.
About to make. I love it.
About to make. So the fact that I got slapped around because I didn't handle my business got me so passionate about it to
And
avoid other people
sometimes
from having that happen.
And sometimes it takes that, right? It takes for you to just
Absolutely.
experience a couple slaps for you to really wake
Yeah,
up and realize
yeah,
that
yeah.
some things
I
got
felt
to
like
be
they
done.
I felt
And
like they opened up a can of whip ass on my butt.
here's the thing. Now, in your journey, obviously, you're helping a lot of people. What's the
Mhm.
ratio? I mean, how many people do you come across on a daily basis that are just paying way too much in taxes? Like, let's just say, how many people out of 10?
All right. 10 out of 10. 10 out of
I
10
was not
W2
expecting that.
employees. 10 out of 10 W2 employees that I come across, their W4 is incorrect.
Wow.
It was not, my streak got broken where a friend of mine out of Philadelphia, she was not on, we were just having a conversation too. She didn't have the form in front of them. She not only had hers correct, but she
Mhm.
had intimate knowledge about it off the top of her head. She broke that record. She just broke because every single person I talked to had it wrong. And it wasn't their fault because nowhere in our formal education are we taught the W4. College, postgrad, unless you were in a specific field, you're not taught it. Or unless someone in your circle understood it, you're not taught it. Or unless your parents understood it and taught it to you, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So IRS says 100 million people, 100% of the people, even to this day that I talk to about their W4, even after years of talking about it online,
Mm-hmm.
people still don't go. But it's partially my fault
Yeah.
because I never put it to them in the perspective. You make $15 an hour? Well, guess what? The first $5 you make, you just worked for the IRS. Your 8-hour shift, the first 2 hours and 45 minutes you went to work, you worked for free because it covered the taxes for that shift. That start getting people's eyes to open. Wait. It's not just that tax thing. It's my immediate money right now thing. And then as you start diving deeper into finance and money and understanding your cash flow has to make babies for you. So the more cash flow you have working for you, the more money you have that can multiply and compound. So then they say, okay, I need to get more cash flow.
That money
The first
mindset, though.
right. And the
That
first thought process is to go make more. And I'm like, no. You first got to keep more of what you're already making. Don't keep pouring coffee into a cup that has a hole in it. Patch the hole first.
exactly.
And that's what we're teaching people to understand. You got to patch that hole first.
So what we're talking about now is just someone going from not having the knowledge to getting access to knowledge, but then also knowing how to apply that knowledge, of course, and that's the great thing that you're
Taking
doing
action.
and implementing with your course, because you do have a course that you launched. That's, I think it's
Yes.
phenomenal. Now, really quickly before we dive into that, because we will talk about that a little bit later, but give people 2 or 3 tips on how they can really start developing a money mindset, because yes, we talked about taxes, but I think it's a little deeper than that as well. And I think you and I talked about this in a few other conversations. You mentioned mentorship, which was a big thing that helped you in your entrepreneurial journey. But how can people start developing a money mindset, TC?
Well, one of the things what they have to do is get on programs like this. They have to start to listen to programs that implant little seeds about discipline, about money, about finance, and become more concerned about their finances than Kanye West's finances, the Kardashian finances, more concerned about building their empire than watching empire. More concerned about getting empowered to impact their future than just watching power. But again, it's not their fault, because as a whole, people haven't been encouraged that they have everything they need. You know, and I know we're going to talk about this a little later, but our masterminds are about tapping into the superpowers that they have, their history, their background, their skill sets that make them special, that make them unique, that give them all the tools they need to win. You know, we talk about mapping out your bigger future. Well, people haven't been asked the right questions to pull out the information that's inside of them, so they can be confident enough to say, oh, I can do this. I got this. And you know what? It's not about me. I can help other people in the process. And the more people I help, the more my family is going to be elevated simultaneously. And that's how the universe works.
Yeah.
Take it off of you, focus on others, and now the universe gives back to you tenfold.
And that's something we touched on in the beginning of this interview. We had talked about value, you know, and really understanding the importance of you providing value that other people can take and implement in their life and see that needle move. So really quickly, I mean, let's talk about Empire Growth Secrets. I mean, what is like the most fundamental thing that you've added into that course that you feel can definitely help anybody? And I know what you're going to say, and I want you to say it because we talked about this, but what is the one fundamental thing that a lot of people are going to appreciate, you know, that you've put in?
So right now it's in beta. So it's early adopter, it's beta. And I think this is the most important part, because it allows people to get immediate results right now. And it's like being VIP at a concert, be able to go behind the stage, backstage with the artist. And I think no matter how much you provide for someone in a course, it's important that they execute. It's about getting results. Like we did a live that I print over 1,000 plus people, way more than 1,000 people saw it, where I actually mapped out, went through line by line for the W4. Everything they needed. All they need to do is take that, put it on a form, sign it, and submit it to their HR. I'd really be curious to know that it's been over 2 weeks, that how many people executed that, they would have got a pay raise. They should have already been hitting you up saying, yo, think that last live I did, I implemented, and boom, I got $200 more. I got $500 more. So it's about implementing. So I think the one thing that I wanted to do is to get a little more personal and intimate with the beta group. So one of the things I put in there is a 30-minute one-on-one tax and consultation call. So every single person has already purchased the beta, and every single person that purchases the course going forward, it's $97. You couldn't get one-on-one consultation with me for less than that. There's no way you can get it for that. So in addition to the course itself, they get this one-on-one. So now it's personal to them. Where are you now? Let's talk about it. Let's go from here. Let's dive into both worksheets on the W4 specific to you. They might have been intimidated, even though we're walking through it line by line. It still looked like French or Russian to them.
Exactly.
So let's one-on-one get together and do this. We need to do it on Zoom. If we need to do it on a call, let's one-on-one get together for 30 minutes and then go over that.
So customize plan.
Customize it, right?
Customize plan. So
more importantly, the ability to be able to ask questions line by line that might be going through their head, that make them feel uncomfortable to submit the form. And so we want to alleviate that, because we want results. It's not about a course. It's about getting results. And the course gives them a tool to do that, but not if they don't use it.
Absolutely.
Not if they don't use it.
Now, masterminds is something that we also touched on in conversation, and you did drop that a little earlier in the
Sure.
interview. How many masterminds have you attended, and how impactful were those masterminds for you, in this journey of entrepreneurship?
Man, I can't even count the number of masterminds and the thousands of dollars I spend attending masterminds. But what a mastermind does, the biggest thing a mastermind does is gives you speed.
Mm.
It allows you to understand specifically how to get to point A to point B, alleviating minefields, alleviating bumping your head on a wall, obstacles to overcome, because there are going to be obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
But what the mastermind does, you get the collective mentality and experiences of the members of the mastermind and the facilitators, and it gives you a clear path to where you're trying to go. It asks you questions that you don't know to ask yourself. It helps you look deep into where you want to go. Where are you now? So in fact, the first part of our mindset is, where are you right now in your journey, whether it's finance, whether it's life, whether it's relationships, where are you now?
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, be honest, where are you now?
Oh.
And then where do you want to go? So people say, I want to go here. Okay, now why? Why do you want to go there?
That's
not
huge.
that surface why, but I'm talking levels deep why.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to lose weight. Why? So I can fit my clothes better. Why?
Mm-hmm.
So it look good on me. Why? So I'll be attracted to someone. Why? But levels deep. So you get to the root of why you want to do what you want to do, because that's what keeps you going when you hit an obstacle. That's what keeps you going outside when it's raining out and windy. And then the last piece is the how, the capabilities of accomplishing that. And masterminds are instrumental in making that happen.
That's amazing. And so many people are just like, they haven't even touched the surface of that yet in their journey.
Not even close.
An entrepreneur, they, just get started in an opportunity, and, they kind of know why, but they don't really know why. And so the fact that you are explaining how significant masterminds can be, it makes me just want to, hey, when is the next mastermind? Like, let's do this, because I think everybody can relate to this. Like, people want to set goals. They want better. They know they want, more money and things like that. But ultimately it's that levels, and just really getting to the core of everything.
And one of the things it does, it really helps you understand what your strengths and weaknesses are.
Yeah.
And it understands your uniqueness. And your uniqueness is value to other people. And you giving your uniqueness away and enriching other people's lives, it only opens up the floodgates for the universe to give to you. Yeah. So part of the mastermind is delving into your core, as far as what your needs are, where you want to go, what your fears are, and how we're going to overcome those fears. But more importantly, what is it that you have to give that's going to really enhance someone else's life, that's going to bring value to someone else's life? And let me tell you, I'm so excited because the movement that you, Christina, and I that are a part of, that's going to help so many people, is global. It's not just here in the United States. It's global, what we're going to do. So the impact we're going to have is global. Now, some of our local folks here, local being U.S., they're going to have a little advantage early on because they're going to get some fundamentals. See, it's going to be hard to succeed in life where finance is an integral part. See, someone can't say finance isn't important and be a parent. How are you going to feed your children and put them in the best schools and put them in the best neighborhoods and say money isn't important? It doesn't drive you or define you, but it's absolutely important for you to be able to provide a quality life and quality education and healthy environment for your children and yourself and the people you care about. So it's very important, and it's a foundation. So if cash flow is a foundation of your finances and taxes have a strong hold on that, and you got to get a mindset to overcome that, then unfortunately, internationally, because all of these different countries have different financial structures and taxes, our folks here in the United States that are part of your core group and Christina's core group, they are going to have an advantage, an upper hand, because they're going to have the foundation and the fundamentals. They're going to have these tools to actually be able to empower themselves with the knowledge and use but then be able to help other people on a mass scale. So I'm really,
And
really,
that's
really,
what
really
it's
excited.
about.
I'm really
That's what
excited.
it's about, MTL viewers, and this is the type of value and information and just life-changing knowledge that, I really wanted to be able to bring forward with Marsie Talks Live. And so being able to collaborate and have you on an interview like this is just so amazing. I know a lot of people are going to get tons of value from not only what we have lined up, but also what you have within Empire Growth Secrets. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and share that here across the screen. So guys, if you're ready to slay your taxes today, make sure that you go to www.empiregrowthsecrets.com.
It's MVP.com. GrowthSecretsMVP.com.
GrowthSecretsMVP.com. We'll go ahead and put that corrected link in the comments.
Yeah.
But some of the comments, Cherie Shantae says, TC, that she's ready for one. She said, I am ready for one. And I know she's talking about the masterminds. Christina Delgado says, masterminds always help me to take my business to the next level. And another great comment that she left was, we have to reprogram our mindset. And so I feel that that's something that we had touched on that's so, so important. So
sure.
Guys,
so behind the scenes, I've been, working on where we're going to go. And I am so fortunate. And no, let me say this. Your audience, you and Christina, the audience is so fortunate that you two great minds allow me to be a part of this, because what we have in store is going to be phenomenal. I think I forecasted that our first mastermind is going to be on the 17th of August, Saturday, 17th of August. It's going to be a half a day, but our half a day is like 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We do work. We get it in. It's not one of those 9 to 12. We get it in, and it's going to be virtual.
Nice.
And so that's going to allow us to help some people nationwide. So that's going to give us the ability to help some people nationwide. And I'm really, really excited about it. And it's really going to be more of a series, a mindset series, because there's so many tools that I've been able to get my hands on, and through attending workshops and attending masterminds, and then recently some mentorship I've gotten indirectly from Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, that's now empowered us to really bring value at a totally another level to the participants of these masterminds. The other thing that we're going to do, because we really want to encourage people to get to the same level with respect to finance, that fundamental foundation. And like I said, taxes is a part of that. Now, the course itself in beta is only $97. Yeah. $97. The value to get for that, the lifetime access to the courses, the 30-minute one-on-one. The other thing that we're going to do is, for our first mastermind, like I said, it's going to be virtual. All the folks that are in beta, that got the course in beta, will get a $97 discount on that first mastermind. So they're basically, if they attend that workshop, they attend that mastermind, they would have gotten the course for free. That people are going to pay almost $1,000 for when we launch. But again, it's about encouraging, giving people incentive to position themselves to get results. You can't get results from the sideline. You just can't get the same results from the sideline than if you're smack dab in it. So save that date, the 17th. Christina and yourself, and I'm a part of it. We're going to have people experience something that they've never ever experienced it before, and it's going to be building blocks of where we're going to go from there. So I'm so excited, super excited.
And I'm excited too, and I appreciate you taking the time to interview with me today and share this information, share this knowledge. This movement and what we have coming, guys, it's going to be life-changing for so many people. And I know a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs that are dabbling are going to stop dabbling after they get their hands on something like this, because what we really want is for people to see results. And it's not just, it obviously starts with mindset and a lot of different things like TC said, but Christina says, I'm so excited about this, guys. I want to just shout out all the amazing MTL viewers. Christina Delgado, thank you so much for coming on and showing support. Again, Cherie Shantae, she's amazing, such an amazing boss lady and entrepreneur. Tia Walton, thank you so much, guys. Make sure that you drop an 8 in the comments. Get subscribed to this Marsie Talks Live show. It happens every single week. I go live and I talk to real people having real success in the digital marketing industry and just in their journey as, as entrepreneurs. So TC, thank you again.
Absolutely,
guys,
absolutely.
Thanks for tuning in, and make sure that you show some love, show some heart, show some likes in the comments for TC. Again, guys, share out. Make sure on YouTube you're subscribing, and also make sure that you're subscribed here on the Facebook Live fan page. So, guys, thanks so much. Take care. Bye.